Why do good people often face so many hardships and challenges? Many of us have wondered why life seems unfair. Why those who deceive, harm others, or commit cruel acts can still live wealthy, peaceful lives, while people who spend their whole lives being kind, doing good, and never hurting anyone constantly face misfortune, trouble, and suffering. However, from the perspective of Stoic philosophy regarding cause and effect, nothing happens without a reason, no fruit appears without a seed, and no seed is planted without a day when it will be harvested. The timing simply hasn't come yet. In Stoic thought, when you die, you leave behind your wealth, family, and reputation. The only thing you take with you is your karma, your negative and positive actions. Karma refers to harmful thoughts and behaviors such as corruption, theft, violence, exploitation, cruelty, or harming others. Blessings are created through kind thoughts and actions, helping those who are poor, acting with joy, avoiding greed, refraining from speaking ill of others, and doing what is beneficial, even if one were a sage with spiritual power, or a wealthy noble living in luxury. The law of cause and effect cannot be escaped. So, when you see someone doing evil but not yet facing consequences, understand that their negative karma simply hasn't matured. Perhaps in past lives they accumulated blessings, and they are now receiving the results of that goodness. But the negative karma from later lives will eventually ripen at the right time. The universe has its own fairness, not necessarily the fairness that you personally expect. Human life is full of illusion, and people suffer because they lack belief. They don't believe in moral principles. They don't believe in cause and effect, and they don't believe the teachings of enlightened wisdom. Because of this, they become trapped in endless cycles of suffering. Yet cause and effect have always been an unchanging law of nature. Every one of us faces different challenges, academic struggles, family problems, illness, slander, failure in career, troubled relationships, or unhappiness at home. Life is full of suffering, but no two people suffer in the same way. Fame, social status, and wealth are merely temporary fortune. Every situation that arises in your life is a test, a challenge asking whether you will endure or collapse. You have the power to make your life better or worse. Those who overcome hardship are the ones with deep inner strength. Let us explore a story from Stoic tradition that illustrates the law of cause and effect, and helps us understand what true fairness means, as well as how to plant better seeds for a better future. Long ago, a monk descended the mountain to seek donations to repair the temple. Despite traveling for days, no one offered help. Seeing him walking daily under the scorching sun and pouring rain, a poor shoeshine boy felt compassion. He gave the monk all the money he had saved. This pure act touched the hearts of the villagers, and soon everyone began donating. Within a short time, the monk had enough funds to restore the temple. But soon after, misfortune struck the boy. Having donated all his money, he could no longer afford medicine. His chronic illness worsened, and eventually he went blind. Without sight, he could no longer shine shoes. A widow, moved by his suffering, adopted him. Tragically, just a few days later, the boy accidentally fell into a waste pit and died. The entire village was shocked. Why would such a kind-hearted boy suffer so terribly? People questioned whether heaven was blind. They began doubting the law of cause and effect. Meanwhile, the monk was meditating at the temple. In his deep concentration, he saw the spirit of the shoeshine boy appear and bow respectfully. The monk understood that the boy had something to say. "Master," the boy said, "I now understand why my life was filled with suffering. In a previous life, I committed many harmful deeds. I had already lived as a horse and ox to repay part of my karmic debt. When I was reborn as a human, my body was frail, and I was destined to be an orphan, sickly, blind in this life, and eventually to die tragically. But because I showed compassion and donated to the temple, the king of the underworld reduced much of my karmic punishment. My suffering in this life allowed me to repay the debts of 3 lifetimes. In my next lives, I will no longer face this type of suffering. Please share this with the world so others will not doubt the law of cause and effect." The monk nodded. "After many lifetimes of hardship, you have awakened. Human life is full of suffering and illusion. I hope you will soon enter the path of spiritual cultivation and free yourself from the cycle of rebirth." The boy bowed and said he must return to report to the underworld before departing. After the vision faded, the monk emerged from meditation with both joy and sorrow. Joy that the boy had repaid his debts and awakened, and sorrow that so few in the world understand the law of cause and effect. For over 2,000 years, people have denied this truth by only looking at what their eyes can see. But human vision is limited. If we judge only by appearance, we may never escape ignorance. As written in ancient teachings, even after 100 lifetimes, karma does not disappear. When conditions are right, the fruit will certainly ripen. A Swiss psychologist once wrote that the most beautiful people are those who have suffered, struggled, and found their way out of hardship. Such people gain compassion, sensitivity, and deep understanding, making them gentle and wise. Good people are not born, they are shaped through adversity. Good people bring light to the world because they have walked through darkness. They remain optimistic like a small flame shining in the night. They face misfortune again and again, poverty, injustice, pain, or countless difficulties, but these hardships forge their character. They know how to rise above pain because they have been through it. They show kindness not because life has been kind to them, but because they refuse to let suffering spread further. They encourage others, offer comfort, and help people feel valued rather than hurt. The scars in their hearts are proof of healing. Even when they fall, they stand up again, knowing they can endure. Good people often look beyond themselves and help others climb the ladder of life, because once they desperately wished for help. Thank you for listening. May you receive positive energy and live a peaceful, mindful life. Closing message about Stoicism Philosophy Daily. At Stoicism Philosophy Daily, we share stories, reflections, and teachings inspired by Stoic wisdom to help you live with clarity, resilience, and inner peace. Each video is designed to guide you toward a stronger mind and a calmer heart, so you can face life's challenges with wisdom and become the best version of yourself.